Hello, friends and lovers. And today we're wearing makeup because I got some Kylie lip kits in English. Camera's telling me it's dying, so we're just gonna do this video quickly. Today we're gonna be talking about merch, which is great because I have my Pip merch on. It does have the gay flag on it. Yes, thank you for asking. So basically, all YouTuber merch is bad, and I don't know why. I don't get it. And we're gonna sort of parse it out. Why the fuck is YouTuber merch so bad? So to start off, we are gonna be dragging a YouTuber that I've already dragged before, Lucy Moon. And the reason is that her merch just doesn't make any sense. The issue that I have mostly with YouTuber merch is that it has nothing to do with said YouTuber. Lucy's first bit of merch that I'm talking about is she has these sweatshirts that say fingers crossed. A lot of bitches say that, and you've said it maybe once in your videos. It's not your catchphrase. It doesn't make any sense. She does have another shirt with a moon on it. This makes sense because her last name is Moon. This makes sense. But she did for Sitsi, right? Yeah, I think it was for Sitsi. She did these cards that have different things written on them. So she's got celebrate small victories. She's never said this. Fingers crossed. Okay, there's a common theme there at least, but she doesn't say it. Your feelings are valid. Okay. And trust in the process. All in the shape of a rectangle. First of all, Lucy doesn't even trust in the process. Do you know how much this bitch complains about how bad her YouTube is? She does it constantly, which I think is dumb because I think her videos are usually pretty good, despite how much I have been dragging her recently. None of this has anything to do with her channel. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? We're gonna sort of stick in the same vein of people that I watch that don't make content that's that funny. I almost said entertaining, but entertaining content doesn't have to be funny. So we have Melanie Murphy, who her merch actually makes some sense. She has this shirt that's the infinity symbol in the bisexual flag colors, and it's got the lady in the man. It's a little sexist, and that's problematic, but this bitch has not entered 2018. She is still in the feminism of 2014. That's the tea. And this is Live Your Truth. This makes sense. She's really big into being bisexual, and she makes videos about it sometimes. And so this is merch that makes sense. She also has other merch that says fully functioning human almost, which is the name of her book. This is merch that makes perfect sense. So just a little bit of contrast there. Then we have Sarah Hawkinson, who only has one piece of merch. This merch says float on. She's never said that. She has never said float on. Why? Why is this the shirt that she is selling? This doesn't make any sense. That's literally this whole video is just going to be me saying that things don't make sense. And then leaning, and then the video getting colored weirdly. We also have Savannah Brown, who has kind of stopped doing YouTube because she's writing. So I got you. I feel this. She has a sweatshirt that says couldn't care more. I don't think she's ever said that. It kind of goes with her personality and some of the topics that she touches on, but it just where is this coming from? Where is this phrase coming from? It's very frustrating. We then also have a shirt that she has that says no fun. It's cute, and it's totally I would buy this at Forever 21 because I'm a bitch, But this is merch. Merch is different, where it like has to reflect your persona or the content that you're creating, which is like what Melanie's is doing correctly. And so like I don't get what this shirt is doing. She does have this other one, this last bit, and I've found that like a lot of the YouTubers that basically only have 3 pieces of merch, the third one makes sense. So Lucy has the one with the moon, and this says, I need to suffer for my art. It makes sense because like she struggled a lot, and like it just like it really matches with her personality and a lot of the subjects that are at the heart of the art that she creates. And so it like, I get it. It makes sense. And it fits with sort of her whole theme of self, I guess. Let's talk about one more person who has bad merch before we talk about 2 people whose merch I do like. And that's Jake Paul, because like we gotta. And so like it's a mess. His shirts are a fucking mess. It either is just like a bunch of scribble scrabble on the sides, and then it says J Paulers. You can see it. I have it up here. And it says it's everyday bro. I do like this because it's everyday bro is their thing. And it does say Team 10, and I think the scribble scrabble is like everyone else. But like, it's so messy. Who the hell designed this shirt? It's bad. It's bad. Like, I get that like probably having your name on merch makes more sense than like, fingers crossed, like, you didn't patent that. So it's just like, it's a mess. But also, you know, I think the Team 10 sort of crew can get away with shittier merch that just sort of like has their name on it because like, you know who they are. And they're selling tours, so it's different. When you're selling tours, it's totally different. Now, let's get into the YouTubers whose merch I love. Okay. So Christine Sidelko. I almost talked about Chris Clemens as well, but I don't understand his merch, but I also like, it's not that bad that I have really anything to say about it, so I decided to avoid him. But Christine, she has great merch. She does have this one that's like the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland smoking, and I don't get it except for the fact that like Christine smokes a lot. And so like, yeah, you both smoke, but like, okay. Yeah, it was a little disappointing, but I do like her other pieces of merch. This is one of the ones where it's flipped, where 1 piece of merch is bad and 2 are good. So she has I'm Not From Texas, because she's really known for wearing the like Don't Mess With Texas shirts. So it's super cute. I actually was her for Halloween last year. It was excellent. She then also has her dog, Pancake, with pancakes on his head. So like if you know her, you know who her dog is. And so these are things that like they're like kind of her trademarks. And so they like make sense to then revamp in a form of merchandise. And then the last one. So basically Lucy Moon and Danny Gonzalez inspired this video. They inspire most of my videos, I guess, now. And so if you know anything about Danny Gonzalez, I love him. That's the most important thing for you to know. But the second most important thing is that he's got excellent merch. He calls his fan base Greg in the same way that I have now decided to call you all my lovers. And so, like, in calling his fan base Greg, like, and Greg is, like, the fastest growing army and all of that, like, and hating Craigs, this is sort of, like, something that he has almost trademarked in a way and is able to then create merch out of. And so, like, he's got a shirt that says Greg. He, at one point, had shirts that were, like, a line drawing of his face, and it may or may not have said Greg. And he's got other ones that just say Greg on the side, or Truly Greg, I think is what it is. And it's like excellent because it's a way to sort of like create merch that like makes your fans feel like they're part of something. It makes them feel like they're repping something because it's definitive almost to them. And it's really cool and it's really nice. And I am planning on getting a very good friend of mine a Greg shirt for her birthday. I've been planning this literally since her birthday last year. And then like he has this family crest with his face coming out, and it's got Craig on the shirt because Craig is burning, and then Greg is like sort of written underneath because it's like the Greg family crest. Once you subscribe to Danny, you are part of his family, just like once you subscribe to me, we're married. But I think it's like really ingenious, and it's so much more clever than just like putting a phrase that you kind of like and like probably have never said out loud on a shirt. That is so meaningless. And like merch that is meaningless is essentially bad merch, because it's like the whole point of merch is to get your fans to sell shit for you, to sell yourself, but like physically on the street. It's as good as having a billboard. That's something that so many of these YouTubers are missing in their merch, is like, what is something that YouTuber says and does that is completely unique to them? How can they market that? That is how you create merchandise. 'Cause like with bands, it would be, you know, the band's name, but that's their literal trademark. But I would also argue that that is boring. So when you have maybe like album art or like an image of the person who you're representing, which is something that Chris Clemens has. I do like the design of his shirts because they're very like cool and hipster in such a way that like it's a design that's like very in vogue right now. But moral of the story is just be better at marketing. Just be better business people. What are you doing? Without being unique, you can't sell and market yourself. You have to be able to sort of create your image as a public figure as being somewhat distinct. Which is why Lady Gaga has been having platinum blonde hair basically her whole career. That's why Ariana Grande has that super, super long ponytail. Granted, I'm assuming these are things that these people like. You have to be able to sort of market your most standout feature in merchandise, or your most standout sort of like thing that you say, which is why we have Greg, which is why we have I'm Not From Texas for Christine, because she wore that shirt in all of her Elijah and Christine videos. These are just things that like when you're creating merch, you should be thinking about, because if you aren't thinking about it, then your merch is meaningless and pointless and could have been bought at any old regular store. So I hope you like this video. I know it wasn't as like wacky as Waluigi memes. So yeah. Hopefully this video will take me less time to edit, so it might actually get out before Sunday, considering the fact that I'm trying to do a video every week until school crushes me. I can't believe I've been recording for 18 minutes. This is a lot, and my camera's been dying the entire time. I'm gonna go to campus and be a student. So thank you for watching. Click on all my shit down below. You know I need your money. I need your follows. And by that I mean follow me so that I can start monetizing my videos, because that would be super cool.